How's it going, Idris? I've been a fan of yours since The Wire.
Oh, thanks, Julian. I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm quite alive right now, but let's talk about the film Beast. So, how is this idea of this film and the character approach to you?
Well, Will Packer and a young lady called Shani, not Shani, excuse me, Jamie, who's the executive producer. She had this idea about, Jaws, but as a lion. And Will Packer was like, Jaws, Idris, as a lion. And I was like, no, click, put the phone down. And then, before you knew it, we sort of developed what became a sort of, a lot more of a deeper film, which had a slightly different family dynamic, and now obviously a really thrilling ride. So, Will Packer just basically brought it to me, and we talked about developing it.
Now, when it came to your own the stunt work in the movie, how much of the stunts have you done yourself?
Quite a bit, there's quite a bit of me doing a lot of stunts, a lot of fighting and the running and stuff was really me. There are some elements of stunt work, but done by others, but very little because, the truth is there aren't that many stuntmen that are my shape and size, and you can tell the difference. So I do like to fight. I like to run around a little bit, so that's why I did it myself.
Now, since this film is also going to be about a lot of animals that's coming in, did you find the animal within yourself to take on all these giant creatures?
No, I'm good. I'm all right. And I did get to see a lot of beautiful animals while I was in South Africa because we shot it in South Africa in Limpopo, which is a region in between Joburg and Cape Town. And as far as the eye can see, you got really beautiful vistas. But also there were like the big five animals, all the big ones: rhinos, hippopotamus, cheetahs, lions, everything.
Now, as far as the cast goes, who did you like working with the most when you had your time over there doing all these things?
I mean, I really enjoyed the whole cast. It was a small cast, but Leah and Iyana, who play my daughters, we had the most fun. We spent a lot of time together. We became a sort of family. So it was on my on-screen family, literally became my off-screen family because we were in the middle of nowhere in South Africa. So we saw each other a lot.
Now, what do you think would be the biggest takeaway for the audience when they finally see this film this week?
I think that look, it's a family film, although it's restricted, but it's a film that everyone can scream at the screen together. I think that also, the take home is really never give up. Just never give up. You have to fight for what you believe in. You have to, and hopefully you get a really thrilling ride while thinking about that.
My final question for you, since I'm also a fan of the Suicide Squad, would you like to see your character, Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam, John Cena's Peacemaker, Henry Cavill's Superman, all into one film, maybe in the future?
I think you definitely would. I mean, I'm certainly wanting to see my character come back and in a meaningful way. I loved making the Suicide Squad, and I don't see why these characters can't come back.
Thank you so much for your time today. I can't wait to see the film.
Great to see you, man. Thank you.
Welcome. How are both of you doing today?
I'm
Good. How are
doing good. How
you?
are you?
I'm wide awake after all these hours, but today we're talking about beef. Now, can you briefly describe the physicality that the both of you went through for this film?
You said the
For me, okay.
difficalities?
No, the physicality, like the
Oh, the
stuff
physical.
work
Oh,
and,
I'm sorry.
and all that other cool stuff.
Yeah, before we were filming, we spent about 3 weeks rehearsing. So we had this really cool stunt team that was teaching like both Leah and I how to do certain movements without, of course, hurting each other. And then we Balt, which is our director, he's really big on us doing our own thing. So at first, I think when I first booked the job, I'm like, oh, well, the stunt people are gonna do a lot of it. But we had to do a lot of work. And then even for me, for my personal prep, I made sure that I was like training a little bit and trying to work out and stuff in my room prior to shooting. But it definitely was, it required a lot of physical activity for sure.
Would like to add to that, Leah?
Yes. Just like what Ayana said, like working out and stretching and things, I had to make sure that I stretched most definitely a lot for this because there's gonna be a lot of moving in here and a lot of running and bumping. So I had to make sure that I got all my bones in good structure before. But yeah, they did teach us a lot of stunt things and to make sure that when we're doing this, we're not just, doing whatever. Like we got to make sure that we stay in this place and we do exactly this. That way, if we need other people to do it for us, we'll know, like, we'll keep it in the same place and make sure that it looks the same.
Very
But
coordinated for sure.
yes.
Now, how'd y'all build that family dynamic with the other cast for this film?
We hung out a lot. We
did.
played games, we baked with each other, we cooked, we sung, we rapped, we did all the family activities that you could name it, really. And we even went to each other's house and didn't even plan anything and just talked the whole time. So we wanted to make sure that we definitely built that connection with each other to make sure that when we get on set, we're all just having fun and there's no stressing between each other or anything.
And it was also organic. I feel like everything just flowed naturally and we had like a real bond in chemistry because all of us, I mean, it's a small cast, first of all. So we all just like really meshed together perfectly.
Now, I asked Idris a few minutes ago about if he found an animal within him to take on these other animals. So did you find the animal within yourselves to take on these animals that are in this film?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes. I feel like for me, who's playing Mira, she's very headstrong. And I feel like in a way she is like a lion. She's very like, she is kind of like a beast, but maybe like a a baby lion for sure, because she knows what she wants and she's gonna not stop until she gets what she wants. So you guys will see what I'm talking about when you watch the film.
How about you, Leah?
To be honest, I feel like we were all lions because I feel like the dad was most definitely like, like the father lion. And then Mare, even though you said like, the baby lion, you did a a lot of stuff in there. And I feel like you're the teenager lion. And like it's like we were all lions though, but like in different types of categories. Like, the dad wants to go save his girls. That's the big papa, and he's protective. And then, there's the teenage mayor trying to go save others, thinking that, they're doing it. And then there's the little baby lion trying to make sure that everyone's okay, but also trying to help their family.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of message are both of you hoping comes from the film?
I believe that the one of the greatest messages in this is that family is everything, and no matter what you're going through with your family, like you can stick together and everything will always be okay at the end. So, and you'll see a lot of that in this film. Through ups and downs, family always got your back.
It's true. I would like to add to that, Leah.
Yes, I also agree with Iyana. And also, this movie sends out a message to not hurt the animals or not even mess with them, like just let them live. Because if, you obviously see that in this movie, there are bad people trying to hurt and, killed the lion. So which makes this lion go crazy. And really these bad people are risking others' lives to get something that it's really, hard to get. So this movie sends out a message to just let the animals live. Like, you wouldn't like it if there were animals trying to eat you every day. So yeah.
I have a dog myself, so I know the feeling.